In the last video, we discussed what can go wrong when you don't use the Saga pattern in microservices. Things like inconsistent data and failed transactions across services. In this video, we are going to dive into the Orchestration Saga pattern and see how it manages distributed transactions step by step. First, we'll walk through the happy flow and then we'll see how it handles failures using compensation logic. Here I've added the Saga design pattern in action. So first let's take a look at the happy flow of Saga, and then we'll talk about what happens if any service goes down. By the way, orchestration is basically a type of Saga pattern in microservices. Now this is when everything works perfectly, no hiccups at all. The client sends a request, I want to place an order for product A. The orchestrator gets that request and says, alright, I'll manage the whole thing. First stop, order service. Please create a new order. Order service does its magic and replies, order created. Next, the orchestrator calls the payment service. Great, now charge the customer. Payment service processes it and replies, payment successful. Then the orchestrator calls the inventory service. Now reserve the product from stock. Inventory checks and says, stock reserved. Since every step went through without a problem, the orchestrator sends a message back to the client. Order placed successfully. And boom. Process complete. Customers happy, life's good. Alright, now let's talk about the failure case. What if the inventory service goes down? How does orchestration manage that? So everything's going smoothly at first. Order is created, payment is successful, but then boom, inventory service fails. Maybe the product's out of stock. Maybe the service itself just crashed. Now here's where the orchestrator earns its paycheck. It instantly detects the failure and says, hold on, we are not leaving the system in a broken state. Instead, it stops the workflow right there and kicks off the compensation process, rolling back previous actions so things stay consistent. The first step in the compensation process is to undo the payment. The orchestrator sends a command to the payment service, hey, please refund the customer. The payment service jumps into action, processes the refund and confirms back, payment refunded successfully. So now the customer's money is safe and they are not charged for something we can't deliver. Next, the orchestrator sends another compensation command, this time to the order service. Hey, please cancel the order. The order service updates the database and marks it as cancelled. Finally, the orchestrator gets back to the user. Sorry, your order couldn't be placed, but don't worry, you haven't been charged. So yeah, even though something went wrong in the middle, our system stayed consistent and more importantly, trustworthy. Quickly wrap this up and see how the Saga pattern handles failures in an orchestrated workflow. It all kicks off when the inventory service fails, maybe because the stock's gone or the service itself just decided to take a nap. The orchestrator instantly spots a failure and says, nope, we are not going any further. It then fires up the compensation process. First stop, the payment service. Please refund the customer. Refund goes through, no money lost. Next, the order service gets a call. Cancel order. Database updated, order marked as cancelled. Finally, the user gets a message. Sorry, your order couldn't be placed, but don't worry, you haven't been charged. So yeah, even if a service fails in the middle, the Saga pattern rolls everything back nice and clean, keeping the system consistent and the customer experience smooth as butter. If you have any questions, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear from you. And if you found this helpful, do support the channel by hitting like and share. Don't forget to subscribe for more upcoming videos on microservices, Spring Boot and other tech topics. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.